Hi, and welcome to Nuxttux Creative Studio. My name is Jonathan, and in this video, I'll be sharing with you one of the quickest and easiest methods for extracting the foreground element in your images inside of GIMP. In order to follow along with this, you will need GIMP, which is a free plugin available for GIMP. The link will be in the description below. Now let's get started. So if we go up to Filters, down to GIMP, we'd get a pop-up window. Simply search for Foreground, so Foreground Extract or Extract Foreground. Click on it. In the middle here, we can find the settings for this operation. I'll add a tiny bit of feathering, dilation, or put it to -1 so that it shrinks the selection. For the output mode, I'll leave it to 2 layers. You can choose or check out what these do. Some create a mask, but the mask is not applied to the layer. I'll leave it to 2 layers. View resolution, all depending on your machine, but if you want to see a higher res preview, or if you don't mind a smaller res preview for lower end machines, I'll leave it to medium for myself. In the middle here, we have a description of the operation. And then after that, we have a few keyboard shortcuts available to us. Next, in the input-output, we have the input layer here being the active. So this layer over here. And then output mode, I have it set to new layers. You could set it to new image, new active layers, whichever works best for you. Once we're done with the settings, let's click on apply. We'll get a pop-up window of our image here. And from here, we can simply left click to add these green dots, and the green dots represent what we want to keep. You don't have to add the green dots all over the car, simply a few areas just to indicate what we want to grab. Now with this image, there are some complications, as there will be with the other images that we'll be looking at, but this does a mighty fine job. And if you were to learn how to strategically place these dots over here, then you could get amazing results. Okay, now once we have our green dots, let's simply right click to add the red dots. The red dots indicate what we want to remove, and we don't have to place them everywhere. Simply over the elements that we want to remove, then we can press spacebar and it will process and then show us a preview of our mask. Now we can use the tab key to toggle different views so we can better see what's being selected and what's being excluded. We can see the front here of the grass is being selected, so I'll add a red dot, let's say up here. Press spacebar again, it's processing, and then that should technically remove the grass, but we can see it's removing a bit of the front of the car bumper. This is possibly because of the reflection, because this is a reflective surface, so it's possible that it's confusing the front bumper with what we asked to remove, which is the grass in front of it. We can always refine this after, so I'll simply press enter or escape or Q. This will apply, so processing the full resolution. Give it a moment, we can close out of this, and now we have the foreground and the background separated. In the background image, we can see the parts of the car that stayed behind, and you could even use the top layer here. If we hold down Alt on a PC or Option on a Mac and we left click on the top layer here, it'll make a selection of it, and we could use that to create a mask for the original image, or we could duplicate it, make a mask out of selection. And now since this is a mask, we can use the paintbrush tool to recuperate the areas that are missing, and we can use the background layer here at a lower opacity to see the parts that are missing. So that's one way to go about it. Now of course, another option here would be to simply add more green dots to the areas that we want to keep to make sure that this doesn't happen. But already we have a decent selection. And that is about it, right? So we can see this is a pretty powerful tool, allows us to make quick selections. If you learned anything new or liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you did not like the video, there is a thumbs down option, but who clicks on that? Seriously though, if you have any questions, doubts, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. This is Nuxttux Creative Studio. My name is Jonathan. I'll see you next time.